behalf of us all, well done, Eve, and thank you. We're so proud of you. Now, Eve is not the only good curler with us today. We have another very, very good curler. At least so she's told. It is our friend, Christine.
And in 2009, going from the junior finals in Vancouver to competition. So isn't that great? And then she's also been in the mixed champions, 2 ladies and 2 men. She won 2 Scottish mixed, and one was with your dad, Glenn, and Anna Sloan, who was a 3rd player in the Olympics. So she goes back all that time. And she's also won a European mixed one. Now we're back up to date in 2014 and we're at the Olympics. We are all so proud at your achievement of the bronze medal. I can't believe the size of it. I've never seen an Olympic medal. Have you seen an Olympic medal before? No, isn't it? And from a wee place like Blair Atholl, we can all become a champion. Eve, thanks for taking time to come home to see us all. Because I do know that you've got a very busy schedule at the minute. Well done. Many congratulations. Keep curling to inspire the next generation and to keep us oldies on the TV and internet. We will all be tuned in to your next competitions. Thank you very much.
I can't actually believe how many people have turned out this afternoon to see me back here in Blair Atholl. Blair Atholl is always going to be my hometown, and I think it's great to see so many people come out to recognise what I did out in Sochi. I'd also like to thank everyone for all your support over the last few weeks, even not just the last few weeks, over the last few years as well. Without all that, all this definitely wouldn't have been possible, and it really is. It's just unbelievable, everyone's support in every single way, and for following me out there in Sochi for the few weeks. I couldn't actually believe when I got back to hear how much curling had actually taken off and how many people were skiving work and watching it and things like that. So yeah, and I think it's the same on behalf of my team, to everybody out there for supporting me. All the messages I got was unbelievable, and I definitely will be back in Blair Atholl soon for no doubt a few drinks in the roundhouse.